Welcome to Behind the Trigger, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple wind indicator just using parts from a hardware store. And anybody that has ever shot competition knows that you have to shoot the conditions. We're going to start off with this. This actually came with 3 in 1 pack fiberglass fishing poles. Now this is used for fishing electrical and data line and ceilings and walls. So what I did is I went to the local hardware store and I found this. The biggest problem was finding all the hardwares and pieces and parts to put this together to make it work. From there, this particular kit came with 3 of these poles and these attachments. Now these attachments are used for pulling, like I said, electrical line and data cables and stuff like that. And this is actually threaded to the end of the pole. So each end has a male and female. The male end goes in the female, the next, then these go into the female end. So all I did was I took one of these out, went to the hardware section, and I started to match up the threads. This particular fish pole kit is 8/32. So basically all you're going to need is a set of these poles, some split washers or lock washers, and this particular one is 10, and the reason I went with the split washers is because they're smaller in diameter, and some lock nuts. I actually went to a sporting goods store and I found some field tips for arrows, and this is going to serve as a spike to go into the ground to help you plant that pole. So once you got your pole out and you got all the materials, what you need to do is you need to take the lock washers and you need to bend them so they're flat. So just 2 pairs of pliers, grab it, kind of twist it till they're flat. And I used 4 of these, and what this is going to do is it's going to act as a bushing or a bearing for the fish swivel to ride on. That's right, I said a fishing swivel. And the reason you want a fish swivel is because you can put it on the male end of the threads, then you can put your flag to that. So basically, and this one's pretty much already done, so you're going to have 2 washers, then you're going to have your little fishing swivel right here, and this right here is going to allow you to attach the flag to it, the lock nut, then 2 washers, then the lock nut to hold everything in place. Now for the tail, or what's going to actually be used as an indicator, this stuff actually works really well for rimfire. It's light enough, it's going to catch a light breeze. One thing nice about buying a roll like this is you can actually tune it to a length that works with you. We took a piece of plastic packing material, I cut it down to the width of the tape itself, then I take it. This is a little long, I'm going to eventually trim it out once I see how it flies. You're just going to take the Surveyor's tape, you're going to fold it over to the point it's even with the bottom of the piece of plastic. Now I just do make sure there's about 2 wraps on it. I pull it tight, make sure that little piece of plastic is the right size. So you're going to have a little piece like this. The little piece of plastic is going to actually keep the Surveyor's tape from tearing. So it's going to act as reinforcement for this. Now you can use a household stapler, put 2 at the bottom to hold this together, or you can use your T50 Carpenter stapler. All I do is I take some cardboard from a cardboard shipping box, fold it up a couple times, then take my T50 stapler and put a staple in it a little bit below the last fold. And what that does, not only does it pierce through it, but it actually holds it to the cardboard, so everything should stay in place right now. Now we just got to remove the staple from the cardboard, and it's simply just unfold it, grab the little piece of plastic, pull it out. See, you got the still sharp edges there. Now when you're folding the staples over, you got to be careful because these staples are not meant to be bent. They're meant to stay straight, so they can break. So if you carefully bend it, if you happen to break one, no big deal, just shoot another one in there. And take my pliers, carefully squeeze it. I have broken a couple of these staples. It's no big deal. I just restapled it. Yep. So there you go. So now you got it, and it's going to stay together. You got reinforcements, so you don't have to worry about it tearing or having to redo it. Now all you got to do is make a hole from the clasp end of the swivel. And once again, I'm just going to take my T50. I'm going to figure out about where I want the hole. We're going to put it somewhere in the middle. And we're just going to shoot one in there. Quite didn't end up in the middle, but close enough. We're going to pull that staple out. Now we got a nice little hole. Got a nice little hole right through it. We're going to come down to our little fishing swivel. Just kind of unlock it. Now you're just going to feed this through the swivel. And the finishing aid will work like with this also to make this hole. So there we go. We got the little tail. We got it hooked up to the swivel. So we're just going to close this up. And now it's locked in. There you go. So we're just going to grab our field tip. Like I said, I kind of took one of these into the sporting goods store with me so I could match up the thread. I just found an arrow and stuck it in and threaded it in, make sure it was going to fit. Then I found a field tip that would that had the same threads as that arrow I checked. So you just slide it in, there you go. Now you got means to pierce the ground. The hard ground will get in there a little bit easier. These things are very effective. Till next time.